It is April, which means we have made it through winter. It also means that it's time to really start thinking about gardening. So our texture project got bumped just a few days, which means Jeremy has a few more days to obsess and sand and obsess and sand over our drywall. So he's going to be in the house working, and the kids and I are going to start getting this garden cleaned up because it's finally time to start all of our seeds. And in the fall, we didn't have any time to clean up the garden. So it still pretty much looks like how it did in the fall because we were so focused on getting the house dried in. But now that April's here, it's time to get serious about this. So we're gonna take care of this kind of quietly so we can surprise Jeremy when he comes out from the house. All right, little workers, you ready to help me?
Yeah.
But let's make sure that we don't pull the strawberry, okay?
Yeah.
Look at, there's one tiny little charred plant that survived the winter. Don't kill it, it'll start to grow again.
The heck is that? That's an entire one. Oh, this one has carrots.
Holy cow, look how thick that root is. Looks like carrots.
I know, it does. I thought they were carrots.
What was this bed?
Carrots.
Oh no, it's beets. Oh. Oh, it's so mushy. It's like an onion. Holy cow, look at the size of these beets.
Oh my gosh.
We did not do a good job harvesting last year. These are like massive beets.
Can I wash this and eat it?
Is it still crunchy?
Yeah, it's crunchy.
Yeah, you can wash it and eat it.
Oh.
We're gonna have some happy chickens tonight. We're gonna turn these beets into eggs. So I will admit that our garden not getting cleaned up had absolutely nothing to do with science and everything to do with just being super busy. Normally we get the whole garden cleaned up so it can rest for the fall. But I read this year that you're actually not supposed to clean up your garden and you're supposed to let everything just kind of decompose in your beds, and that feeds all of the good worms and the good bacteria and the good bugs that like to live in your garden. And so it's really good for your garden to actually let everything age in there and break down. So hopefully we have some really good compost because it was brand new last year and the dirt was dead and there wasn't any life in it. But it looks really good this year. So our procrastination actually ended up being a good thing. Now, that should be good for today.
Children of the earth, once does but now life.
All right, we have one bed left. It's the tomato bed. So we're gonna get all these out of here and then we can go in and enjoy our evening.
Spiritual fire, set a flame in my heart, illuminate the darkest hours, where I wait before the dawn to see the glory and the power.
All right, well, it looks 100 times better. You're gonna carry these in your shirt. It'll never be the same. Go, stir it up again.
Must become more like a child, believing there's a land that lies beyond all things that we've seen. Make my mind free from fears. You know I can't do it on my own. High, but we could fly over when you hear our wings. We sing.
this morning I was able to drag Jeremy, kicking and screaming, away from the spackle knives and the drywall and the seams.
It's not that serious, Melissa. Okay, I'm working hard, doing my best. I'm striving for perfection. Close as I can get.
So in 4 days, our texture guy arrives, which is really good news because then Jeremy can no longer perfect everything inside the house.
He's gonna cover up all the work I've done. You won't even see it.
Yeah, you won't even see all of the hours that Jeremy has spent out there sanding. So today we're going to go pick out our doors and all of our millwork and our trim. I'm really excited because that is the kind of stuff that really makes a home.
Before we make all of those color selections, we actually have a very quick pit stop. We have a couple homes we want to walk through. Our drywall texture guy has completed these jobs. We want to take a look at what he's done just to really finalize and make a decision on exactly what it is we want to put up on our own walls. All right, so we are now leaving. This is actually an owner-occupied home, which we didn't realize showing up. So they were very kind to us, allowed us inside to take a look, and I really like the way that texture looked. It's called what? Old World?
Old World.
So it's a relatively flat texture with just some spotchy little blotches here and there to give it a little bit of texture.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really, really liked it. It shouldn't hold any dust or dirt or anything.
Right. It's almost completely smooth. It just has little areas of like crinkling almost.
Yeah, it's a unique look. We've something we've never had before, but I think it'll suit us well.
I love it. And then the ceiling, they did the bouquet, is that what it's called? French
hand bouquet.
Hand bouquet. And so it's a little bit heavier. It almost looks like a spray-on knockdown, but it's actually all done by hand. And
sounds fancy.
It does sound fancy. I loved it. I thought it was perfect.
All right, looks like this one's unoccupied at least. Not gonna barge in on someone in their house.
No one's here. We are at house number 2, and this one is just a little bit smoother, but a little bit heavier on the ceiling. I think all around, I like the texture of the first house.
As you wish, my love.
Well, did you like it?
Yeah, I didn't mind it. I'm not super picky about these things.
I loved everything about the first house. And then this one, it was just a little too smooth on the walls and a little too splotchy on the ceiling. So I think house number 1. It's perfect.
All right, Mama, let's go pick out some doors.
Where are we going?
Pit stop, Mama. We're gonna be early. Little bakery action, maybe, huh?
The bakery.
Pastries, donuts, maybe a sandwich. We got time. You said you're hungry.
Every time that we go to town, you go to the bakery.
I can't pass by this place and not stop. Look how busy it is here. Everybody's got the same idea.
We came in for one thing. We even found a gluten-free option for Nevaeh.
We're now 2 minutes late for the meeting that we have here to make all of these selections on our house. Super duper hungry. We got these sandwiches at the bakery, which are delicious.
So good.
We're gonna scarf these down so we can get back inside and do what we gotta do. Hurry.
Try not to choke.
Can't choke, there's no water.
No.
Can't wash it down.
They just come in, they just find us dead in here.
Deceased in the car. Mustard, mayo on the face.
Donuts strewed about.
Pastries strewn all over the place. Frosting.
Death
Total
by
mess.
donut.
Death by donut. Hey, I'll take it. There are worse options.
For sure. I feel like I have crumbs.
No, me too. Let's do this.
Okay. So we settled on the hand-scraped Naughty Alder shaker style door. I'm so excited for them. I think they're
Naughty shaker.
Naughty shaker doors. Yeah, naughty doors throughout. Everything's gonna be naughty. And next week we get to go sit down and design the entire kitchen, which is probably the thing that I'm most excited about.
You know what I'm super excited about?
What?
The fact that the bakery's next door to this place and we get to go back next week.
Kind of excited about that too.
Pastries.
I do love them. But for now, let's go home and relax.
You can relax. I'm gonna go back and work on more drywall.
Really?
More mudding and taping.
Is that bakery food?
Yes.
Oh.
Nice to see you too. Before we get to work today, I'm going to be boxing up and shipping back all of the flooring samples that we borrowed because finally we pinpointed a flooring. I need to ship back the rest of them using Stamps.com, which is the sponsor of today's video. With Stamps.com, you can skip the trip to the post office, print official postage straight from your computer, and save money in the process. This gives you more time and energy to grow your business and make your customers happy. For more than 20 years, Stamps.com has been indispensable for over 1 million businesses. Stamps.com gives you access to all the post office and UPS shipping services you need right from your computer. And you'll get discounts that you can't find anywhere else, like up to 40% off USPS rates and 76% off UPS. With our home build and trying to decide all the different surfaces inside our house, I've been borrowing samples from all over the place, and I've been shipping all of them back using Stamps.com. I simply print postage from home, attach and arrange a pickup. It's so simple. Stop overpaying with shipping using Stamps.com. To sign up, go to Stamps.com/goodsimpleliving for a special offer that includes 4 free weeks, free postage, and a free digital scale. There are no long-term commitments or contracts. That is Stamps.com/goodsimpleliving. Thank you so much, Stamps.com, for sponsoring today's video. Now I'm gonna get back to work. You guys want to get this thing up and running?
Yeah.
Yes. It needs an oil change and gas and the tire fixed. Okay, Dad and I have one little project to do in the house, and then we'll get it all fixed up for you guys, okay?
Okay.
Hola, mommy.
Here to work.
That's good. I got a bunch of work for you. Just when we thought we were done with drywall, we actually have one final panel that we need to get installed, and that'll be on the underside of the ductwork for the hood that is going over the stove in our kitchen. Woo! We have to wrap that with some ductwork insulation. It'll just go around that pipe. We'll get that final panel put on. I got some corner bead to put over that, and then finally, we will be completely 100% done with drywall here in our house.
I promised the kids that we would fix the dune buggy for them today.
You got it. I know. I feel bad. I know they want that done. So
I know. They've been sitting in it for like 3 days.
let's take care of this, and we'll hop outside and tune up the dune buggy for them.
For our stove vent pipe ductwork, we're going to be using this pipe wrap insulation. From all the research I did, it's highly unlikely that these vent pipes will build up condensation, but it's possible.
Yeah, unlikely but possible, so we figure why take the chance? Why risk it?
Yeah, so we'll get this wrapped up, and then we will be officially done with drywall.
Mom, are you having fun? That is not a happy face.
Sorry, I'm not very fast.
No, it's fine. I appreciate the help. Seriously, Mama. I'm a lucky man. Not very many people would have a wife willing to take on this kind of stuff. It's keeping me from getting dirty right now, and I greatly appreciate it.
I'm keeping you from getting itchy right now.
Done?
I need a shower. I feel...
So attractive.
I'll be right back. I have to go change.
All right, we'll go do that. Better?
A little bit. I need a shower.
You look nice and clean. Bad news though. I need your help with the drywall.
Okay.
With me when I laugh and cry. Anywhere I stood, you were standing by. With me when I'm fine. With me when I'm wrong. With me when I'm giving everything I got. With me all along, like a cameo. Every scene, every episode, every video. Skipping notes and every
All right, let's mix up some mud.
You've been with me all along.
So we've been working with outside corners and realized we haven't shown you guys exactly how it is that we're doing that in some of our past videos. We don't have a lot of outside corners here in the house, which is part of the reason for that. We are using these hard 90-degree outside corners rather than the bull nose, just because for me, they just seem easier to work with, plus I like the way they look. So how we've been installing them is taking a length measurement, making a mark, transferring that measurement onto the actual corner bead itself. Because there's this little tiny strip of sheet metal that runs through the center of these, you have to use some tin snips to get through them and actually cut them. After that, you just mash a bunch of mud into place, you push on a corner, make sure it's seated properly, and then with each coat of mud, you take things wider and wider and work your knife to the actual outside corner. So you're building up that mud, making sure that it's hardened off, it looks really, really nice and sharp. It's been working well so far.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
You guys excited to play on the dune buggy again?
Yeah.
It's been a long time. We're almost done. 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, donezo.
Done?
Let's go help those kiddos out with the go-kart, huh?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're just sitting by it.
Where's the girl?
You waiting? Maybe your brothers are ready.
What do we need? We need to check all the fluids, right? Make sure we have air in the tires. We have to change the oil. You ready?
Yep.
Yep.
Let's go.
Learn that he has to.
That hose, you see how that hose runs down to the fuel filter here? And then you see this little clamp connection? We're gonna undo that and try to empty the fuel out that way, okay? And just let that go until it empties. So high octane fuel, right? Mostly because it's what's recommended by the manufacturer, but we gotta make sure every time high octane fuel, even though it's like $500 a gallon right now. Whenever you're doing stuff like this too, you wanna make sure you don't have any kind of spark, fire, or anything like that, right? Pick her up. Picking out, right? Let's see how this is the low end of the oil pan. This is oil. Out.
So nice to steer.
Push! Come on, push. Ready? Is the parking brake off? No, it's a miracle.
Here you
Look at
gotta steer.
that. Turn the parking brake off, all of a sudden you can move the car. Eileen, let's see if she goes.
When we cross the threshold into freedom, we realize that each day and each decision must be intentional. We no longer had anyone telling us where to be or what to do or what to abstain from. This month marks 2 years that we started this new chapter, and truly it might be the fastest 2 years of our lives. Time just keeps speeding up. All we can do is be present, adapt, and embrace our lives as they shift around us.
So careful.
Time is not the tide. It rolls in only one direction, and whether our minds keep up with it or not, it's still ever moving. This week we also celebrated Kenji's 12th birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
I remember the day that we brought him home as if it were yesterday. He's the only dog that our family has ever had, a friendly, dependable constant in the lives of all of us. He's loyal beyond his years and long past his prime. So we celebrate him. We celebrate him because we know that nothing is truly constant in life except for the fact that it goes on.
You're gonna choke to death on your cake.
No. He shoved it in his mouth. Now he needs water.
Like a unicorn.
You want some cake, Manny? So be present. Show up for the little stuff and find every single reason to celebrate. We can't beat time, so we may as well run with it, dance with it, and give it all we've got.